RCB, 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 RCB is going to the top two, and it's RCB who is going to play Punjab Kings for a spot in the final at Qualifier 1. And GT has been shown the door to the eliminator, and it will be GT versus Mumbai Indians who are going to play the eliminator. But what a match and what an innings from Jitesh Sharma. He was just flying high and brilliant start. Let's give credit to Virat Kohli also, because I think that chase would not have been possible with Virat Kohli starting the way and Phil Salt starting the way. They were way ahead of Lucknow in the power play. But Lucknow made 129 runs in the middle overs, and Jitesh Sharma and Mayank Agarwal, an unlikely hero for RCB today. The partnership just went on, and Lucknow have themselves to blame because the fielding lapses were huge, and the opportunities missed by Will O'Rourke, and obviously the no ball by Digvesh Rathi, uh, where he stepped beside the sideline, and that proved very costly. So I have Karthik with me. Karthik, what are your reactions, man? What a win for RCB, and stunning knock from Jitesh Sharma. And we were just discussing, like, Jitesh did get lost for some time, and he's back in contention now for an Indian place. You think so? He was also the captain in today's game, and it was a captain's knock, we can say. So, what are your reactions on that?
No, I think great game, first of all. Probably epitomizes the modern approach that Indian cricket has taken to T20. Clearly shows in this particular match. I think now there is no room for, at least in T20 cricket, India is going to go hell for leather. I
Hmm.
think we have shown in the last World Cup, and we are showing now. People are going to continue the legacy of Rohit Sharma.
Hmm.
It's very clear that we are going to go for the highest score possible. And the number of options we are having now with, I think, Jitesh Sharma coming in.
Hmm.
Somehow I feel like he can play in the side as a pure batsman if Samson plays as keeper. I
Hmm.
mean, it's possible because, you know, this is where maybe I will be on your side a little bit. Maybe because of experience or old baggage. You
Hmm.
see, some matches maybe Hardik has not been playing as cleanly to be
Yeah.
able to finish. Although for India, it's a bit different. The pressure
Hmm.
is different, the quality is different.
Hmm.
Hardik may, if he's not finishing so well, right?
Hmm.
And then someone like Jitesh coming in playing that Rinku Singh kind of role. I think
Yeah.
today's innings was phenomenal. I would not say flawless. I mean, he had a couple of lucky
Hmm.
breaks, but that
Hmm.
can happen in T20 cricket. I am
Hmm.
more focused on the kind of shots he's played. It is not
Yeah.
easy to hit a back of length ball from Will O'Rourke straight
Hmm.
over his head for six. I
Yeah.
mean, let's face it, that was some shot. I thought it was a top edge going up. The ball cleared the boundary by a long way. The cameraman almost created this illusion that it's a miss hit,
Hmm.
right? But it was an incredible shot. And of course, we know how good he is against spin. He
Yeah.
still has some problems with the short ball. But
Hmm.
I think overall, he's just got the game, I feel.
I
And
think,
this game is for Jitesh. I think he won the game.
yeah.
Irrespective of the good start, I think Jitesh
Yeah.
completely took the game away.
Yeah, so Jitesh have been following his career since Punjab Kings days, and he had Sikandar Raza there for company as finisher. Shah Rukh Khan also was one of the. So Punjab always assembles this great sides who somehow fail to deliver, and Jitesh was one of the names in that list. He looked very promising the start to his career. I remember the one of the games he played versus CSK. That's how he came into the Indian side also, playing a blistering knock versus CSK. But the problem with him has always been closing out those games and finishing those games where it all depended on him. And luckily, I think in this RCB team, the batting lineup is so deep, And that's where there is a problem. There is an issue with the teams who don't have that depth in the batting lineup. Punjab and RCB, both the teams have this brilliant depth in the batting lineup. So you had Krunal Pandya coming, you had Romario Shepherd coming, and so I think he felt absolutely free to go out there, and with Mayank Agarwal holding one end, and he absolutely felt free to go and play his shots. And he has some of the best. He's one of the best sweet sloggers. You can say that sweet timing sloggers. He has a very kind of clean hitting sweep shots, and yeah, he plays spin brilliantly. What he struggled with is some of the tricky pitches. I think he played a series in South Africa where he struggled a bit. He was thrown straight into a South Africa series. And then Ishan Kishan again regained some of the form. And here also we see, just as Ishan Kishan has come back into the C grade contract, and it looks like, what it looks like is Ishan Kishan had that first knock where he scored 100. And that may have actually, Indian selectors just going by that, they actually, I don't think Ishan Kishan actually deserved to be in a C grade contract right now. I really don't think, but they have just made a very quick call based on that knock that will put Ishan Kishan back, and he has
No, I
come back.
think
So I think
you
it will
made a
be.
very good point. In fact, Ishan Kishan being dropped
Hmm,
in the first place, or this whole
hmm,
saga that happened where he skipped matches, happened
hmm.
because of Jitesh Sharma. If you remember, there was a rumor
Yes, yes,
that
yes,
out of
right.
the blue, Jitesh
Hmm,
Sharma was picked ahead of him, and Ishan Kishan felt very bad that he was warming the benches so much, and he
hmm,
deserved a chance in the T20
hmm,
squad. And when he was
hmm,
not picked in the T20 squad, and Jitesh Sharma got picked for the
hmm.
first time, I don't remember against which team,
Yeah, it was
but it
South
was the
Africa.
first
It was that
pick,
South Africa
right?
series. Hmm,
Yeah. So, and then, I was also surprised that Jitesh Sharma was picked, to be honest. It was out of the
hmm,
blue.
hmm,
But I think, to your point, I've been following Jitesh Sharma. He was not very impressive
hmm,
until this season. I
hmm,
think this season he has shown something that he has not shown before. I was
hmm,
even following VHT. He
hmm,
was not good. He was struggling against the short ball.
hmm,
He was,
hmm.
I mean, in the longer format, he's not good. He does not
Yeah.
have the wherewithal.
Hmm,
But suddenly this season IPL, I watch him. I mean,
hmm.
he's just liberated soul, man. I mean, he's
Yeah,
smacking it,
yeah.
and I think he's got that somehow. I think if you remember
I,
interviews for RCB,
yes, yes.
he
I
when
was
he
going to be
came
that.
in,
Hmm,
he was one of the most confident guys and most passionate guys who said, "Look, this time we are here to win
hmm,
it, and
hmm.
we will do it." And he showed it by way of his performance.
Yeah,
And the
this can
reason
be
why they've
actually
made him,
compared to Shashank Singh's interview where he said that Punjab will finish in top two and they've finished. And related to that interview, he actually made some like he made a poke at Chennai Super Kings fan base also, which normally people who are very loyal to RCB do. Like there is a growing kind of unhealthy
yeah,
fan rivalry now, which is developing between
yeah.
CSK and RCB. It's borderline hooliganism of English Premier League football clubs that is penetrating into this rivalry also. And he actually took some pot shots at Chennai Super Kings, and I was very surprised in that interview which he did for RCB that a player who has just come into the team is so confident. He's not had great season for Punjab, and he's been kind of released by them. But RCB actually, it seems they showed a lot of faith in him, and RCB management is doing very good work. Actually, I learned about that Suyash Sharma was also sent to London for a surgery. He was bowling with a lot of pain. So it seems that RCB management is doing something right to get a lot of motivation from these players. Like that was
I think
superb,
Andy
actually.
Flower, Mo Bobat, and Dinesh Karthik. These are the
Hmm,
three guys behind the scenes who have done much
hmm,
better this year. Somehow,
hmm,
I feel like the changes have worked for RCB this season.
hmm,
Still difficult to say if they will go on to win because Punjab
hmm,
Kings is having great season, and
hmm,
then you can never rule out Mumbai Indians. Bloody, they will always come in the last minute and win.
hmm,
So,
hmm.
there is the three-way fight. GT is probably dropping form at the wrong time overall.
Yeah,
So, if
yeah.
they continue on this thing, they are already in the eliminator. And if Mumbai suddenly show up like their knockout performance with Bumrah and with these clutch players that they have,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? Then you could see it a three-way race. I won't say that it's easy for RCB to win,
Hmm.
but
But they've
because
significantly improved their
what is
chances.
interesting is among the favorites now.
Hmm.
I mean, if I count these three as the contenders, then two teams out of these three have never won an IPL. I would
Yeah.
like for one of Punjab Kings or RCB to go on and win,
Hmm.
to be honest.
Yeah.
And don't
And
forget, they might play each other in the final again. I mean, because of this
yeah,
format, right? They
the
could play in the
probability
qualifier and
is
they could play in the
higher.
final.
Yes, the probability of
It's
that is higher.
possible.
And yeah, shocking turn of events because just last week GT was comfortably
Top two.
leading this table, and suddenly they are into the eliminator. Unfortunate turn of events for them. I think what really happened is GT's bowling, which was going ever dependable with Prasidh Krishna, Sai Kishore, and Siraj also punching above his weight, like what he did for RCB. He was bowling much better than what he used to bowl. So I think these three were really helping Gill and Sai Sudarshan play some
Also,
percentage
Josh
cricket.
Butler.
Josh Butler,
Also,
yeah.
Josh Butler. Very
Josh
big
Butler,
difference.
he's a huge factor, and that's why like Sai and Gill could set up those with the 10 over partnerships. They could actually set up for the others to play a part, and that percentage play was actually helping them to beat other teams. And it was only like now
See,
people
let's
figure.
face it, GT's batting depth. I
Hmm,
mean, GT can only make a match of it if Sai Sudarshan and Gill have like a great partnership because if
hmm,
they lose wickets early, if they go and play the modern way and lose wickets early,
hmm.
then the depth in their middle order is very weak. I mean, you look
Yeah,
at
I mean
now
that
Josh
could
Butler
be
is
the
no
reason
longer there.
why they're prolonging their
Yes.
opening partnership so much. But even when they have prolonged that opening partnership, some losses have come where the other team, one guy has absolutely played a whirlwind of a knock, like Vaibhav Suryavanshi
Yeah.
scoring that 100 after Gill and Sai
Yes.
batted
Yes.
15 overs and batted at a good
Correct.
strike rate and good run rate. And then we saw Nicholas Puran and Mitchell Marsh doing the same thing, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, Puran also
No,
did it
that's the
earlier.
reason. That's the reason why these more like
Mm,
percentage players don't have a space in
mm,
modern T20 in India because now I think
mm,
with the World Cup win and with the template that Rohit Sharma has set,
mm.
I mean there is no room for like a Virat Kohli kind of player,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
or a Gill kind of player, or even a Sai Sudarshan type of player. I mean,
Mm,
you need players who can make an impact at any stage of the game, scoring
mm,
at 200 runs per 100 balls. So
mm,
that is very
mm.
clear,
Yeah.
and we have to look for such players. We cannot.
Mm,
I am more than happy to have a separate ODI team.
mm,
You know,
mm.
I think the T20 team is slowly dissociating, at least from a batting perspective. Bowling
Yeah.
probably still need the same skills in both
Yeah.
formats, similar skills, maybe slightly more new ball skills in ODI. But
Mm,
in batting, I think you're almost dissociating yourself from the ODI setup. Only
mm,
probably Shreyas Iyer at this point I can see who
mm.
can play both formats with
Both formats.
good alacrity. All the others are not fit for the
Mm.
other format.
Yeah,
ODI to T20 and
absolutely.
T20 to ODI.
Shreyas Iyer is that one white ball player, and that's why I was today morning we were discussing. So I said that actually 27.65 crores was actually a steal to buy Shreyas Iyer because he's outrightly the best white ball batter and he can play both the formats. It's unfortunate that he has been actually just like Yashasvi Jaiswal has been kept out of the ODI side or T20 side also. Unfortunately, Shreyas Iyer is also not able to get into that middle order where Surya Kumar Yadav is actually dominating a lot, and he absolutely somehow he brought Tilak Verma along also, and he also fired there.
No, I
So
think Iyer was always the first choice, Shikhar. I think there is nothing wrong that has been done with Iyer. He was always the first choice in the beginning. He was given a lot of opportunities and backing in the start.
he has not
I,
played
to
T20
his
games. He
credit,
has not played much T20 games,
he
I
has
think.
played. He has played reasonable amount. The
Hmm.
only thing that I would like to give him credit for is I
Hmm.
think he has improved his game. He's
Hmm.
a different player he is today than he was 3 years ago. He
Hmm.
still had the short ball problem, remember 3 years. See, that short
Hmm.
ball problem has completely changed. That solution to the short ball
Hmm.
problem has completely changed, transformed his game.
Now I
Shreyas
think
Iyer
he's
was
using
always a
it as
very
a bait. So now I think he's using it as a bait actually. So there
yes,
he's asking the bowlers to bowl short to him, and he's absolutely
yes,
punishing those short balls. He started this from
yes.
Asia Cup itself. I remember he actually started this thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. He didn't
Hmm.
have the same thing. That is why he
Hmm.
was always suspect in all the formats, barring maybe
Hmm.
ODI. The reason is because, you know, when you have a clear weakness, sometimes in overseas conditions, particularly,
Hmm.
I mean, in India, probably it's less exposed, but when you go to
Hmm.
faster, bouncier pitches, you have problems. That's why maybe he was not picked.
Hmm.
But the moment he solved the short ball problem, I have been advocating from last, I don't know how many months now, that he
Hmm.
has to be there in all formats. In fact,
Hmm.
I'm even disappointed he's not in the test squad. I think
Hmm.
he's got the quality. Yes, temperament is an issue, I agree. But yeah, कोई
Hmm.
ऐसा perfect player नहीं है. So I don't
Hmm.
want him to be the perfect player. I feel
Hmm.
like he deserves to come in. So,
Yeah.
Shikhar, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
IPL next season will start after the World Cup. Okay.
Hmm.
And now
Hmm.
we know sort of the league phase is concluded. We
Hmm.
know the I mean, irrespective of what happens in the knockouts, right?
Hmm.
Like I don't think a lot will change in terms of selection in the
Hmm.
knockouts. We already know who has
Hmm.
done well in 14 games. So
Yeah.
now that IPL will not start till the next
Hmm.
World Cup, I mean after the next World Cup,
Hmm.
this is the right time to build a squad for the next World Cup and
Hmm.
defend our title in India. Okay. So
Hmm.
I have made my picks on the chat. I
Hmm.
believe Jitesh Sharma comes in as the
Hmm.
backup keeper. I mean, the big
Hmm.
changes. Prasidh Krishna comes in as the third seamer,
Hmm.
right? Jitesh Sharma comes in as the backup keeper.
Hmm.
And I know that Jaiswal will come in also. And Shreyas Iyer, the
Hmm.
big change. Shreyas Iyer comes in at
Hmm.
number 3 for me. What do you think of the squad,
Yeah,
the 15?
I've
Early,
seen your
early
squad
day.
actually. One thing I am surprised by is inclusion of Washington Sundar, who has unfortunately not played more than one game in this IPL, or one or two games in this IPL. He is always the player of the series whenever we play some series. So he was the player of the series in Sri Lanka,
So I
player
have
of the
only
series
one
in.
reason why I've included him. Only one reason. Otherwise, I would
Hmm.
have picked Kuldeep, actually.
Hmm. Hmm.
Only one reason is because there is only one weakness in the team that I have picked, which is number 8 batting.
Hmm.
Okay. I picked 7 outstanding batters, probably the best in the country in T20 for
Hmm.
sure.
Hmm.
And then I don't have a bowler who can bat, unfortunately. So,
Yeah.
if at all conditions permit 3 spinners, if
Hmm.
at all, right?
Hmm.
Then maybe Prasid drops out for Washington and we still have the number 8 batsman, right?
Hmm.
That's the only reason that I have
Yeah.
included him. Otherwise, I would have had Kuldeep.
Hmm.
But I think in T20
See,
cricket, Rispin,
hmm.
I
I'll
mean,
start from the start. Actually,
yeah.
first name is Abhishek, who I think still has. I mean, he has done a lot of good things in his T20I career, but he still has a lot to prove because I have noticed a trend. So I'll quickly run through all the players actually, Karthik. So just give me 2 minutes. So Abhishek,
Yeah.
I think the problem with him is sometimes when he has to win a match alone. Uh, when there is a good start and Travis Head plays very well along with him, or there is an Ishan Kishan who is playing very well along with him, uh, he's phenomenal. But sometimes he struggles a bit when there is a lack of support from other end. Obviously, in Indian team you have Sky, who is like the T20 god. He can play consistently as well as with a higher strike rate, so he will not face that issue with India. Samson, unfortunate season really in IPL. I mean, I would not be surprised if he's actually dropped. The way he has had in his life, the bad luck that he's had in his life. I feel that it could happen that he gets dropped actually, because
No,
obviously
so
because of.
I'll just stop you there. I'll add one
Hmm.
sentence. I think what I have learned from this Indian team and what
Hmm.
you were not advocating earlier is
Hmm.
consistency in selection. So I
Hmm.
feel irrespective of one or two series going bad or Even the
Yeah.
England home series was bad for him, if you remember,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
But he will be back. And I think he
Hmm.
should be back. The
Yeah.
same yardstick was applied to Kohli, same
Hmm.
yardstick was applied to Rohit Sharma. After a lot of hard work, Samson has made it here. We all know his talent.
Hmm. Yeah.
If he gets it right, he will win the World Cup on his own. We don't need any other player.
Yeah.
He will just
And,
smash the World Cup on his own.
and
So
he
I think
was
he
just
will.
15 minutes away from playing the World T20 final. Like Rohit Sharma actually dropped him at the last moment. So he's absolutely, he
But
deserves to be
Shivam
there.
Dube worked out.
Ah,
Shivam Dube worked out, so I don't mind.
yeah,
My
yeah.
my
Yeah,
only
worked out.
thing
No, no,
is
no.
the
I
yeah.
have no complaints about Shivam Dube. In fact, I'm surprised you don't have Dube. Because he's the one who's not lost a game, T20 game for India in entire 2024.
No, but
Uh,
it's higher, man. The reason
yeah,
why I have not had Shivam Dube is
yeah.
Shreyas Iyer. I mean, I can't ignore Shreyas
And
Iyer. He's too good.
and the other thing why I will back Samson and Abhishek is that see the since they started opening, uh, just see the results because
Yeah, yeah.
ultimately the game is about winning and losing, and we have won 4-1 in South Africa, and we have won 5-4-1. I think in we had one odd
England.
loss, unfortunate loss,
England
but
series.
yeah, we could have won 5-0. Actually, we should have won 5-0. So we have such a clean record in our format, and overall 20 wins out of 21 games or something like that over the last 2 years. So I think they are doing a fabulous job. Tilak, I know it's difficult to actually put him out of the place, but based on this IPL, if you see again, that would be another
Again,
huge.
I would pick.
Hmm,
See, I would pick on consistency of selection. Look, boss, the
hmm,
guy won
hmm,
you a game single-handedly against England.
hmm,
It was a lost
hmm.
game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he won you a game
Hmm,
single-handedly against England. He won
hmm.
you matches in South Africa by scoring hundreds. So
Yes.
I think here is a guy who's
Hmm,
an exceptional talent. We all know
hmm,
against fast bowling. And
hmm,
I am in fact confused who
hmm.
should bat number three.
That's
At
the
their best.
problem. That's the problem. Actually, I feel that Sky himself promoted Tilak to bat number three. Tilak asked him for it in South Africa. He promoted him, but Sky, I feel, is the one who can actually fly in the power plays because normally a number three batter comes in the power play phase itself. You'll almost have always have a fall of wicket in the first 2 overs in T20 cricket. So I think Sky gets that flow, that rhythm that he needs to just kick on in the power play itself. So I would prefer him, but obviously, like you have made great points about Tilak, and um, just like we should ignore Hardik Pandya's IPL in terms of both batting and bowling performance. I think Tilak's IPL performance, there is something that doesn't click with him in IPL. I have seen in the previous edition also that he was not so well, but something is clicking in that Indian setup, which is not clicking for him in the IPL. So I would still back him. Going with Hardik, obviously, he's a non-negotiable. Although I have my concerns, but obviously in Champions Trophy and T20 World Cup, he has proven his pedigree in clutch games. He's
See,
always.
the biggest problem is who is his competitor as a seam
Hmm,
bowling all rounder. I still don't find the answer. Shivam
hmm,
Dube can't bowl a ball. Nitish
yeah.
Reddy has not bowled a ball. So, I mean, where are
Hmm,
all these? Where is the seam bowling all rounder? We don't have a competition for him. Even if he has
yeah.
bad season after bad season, I think
Hmm.
just to have balance in the side, we have to have him. There is no option.
Absolutely. And, Nitish Reddy had that second season syndrome this time in IPL because this was an opportunity actually for Nitish Reddy,
No, but
to act.
bowling. No, but
Hmm.
I need bowling also.
The
Shikhar, I can't
bowling,
just go by batting.
the
I
bowling,
need
the
bowling.
bowling Nitish bowled in last few games. He actually bowled, but he was okay. He was not very bad or very good. He was okay. But yes, yeah, he's not bowled as much as he should have. He should have bowled much more regularly. But
I need a bowler who can bowl 2 to 3 overs in every game, boss. If
even
not four,
the surprising thing is Hardik has reduced his bowling load a lot in the last 6 or 7 rounds of IPL. He's actually bowling a lot less. In fact, one of the games uh, which I feel Mumbai lost to Lucknow Super Giants, it actually costed them. He actually gave the last over to Deepak Chair, where Deepak Chair had to defend some 13 or 14 runs. And when everyone was asking Hardik Pandya to bowl that over, I mean, everyone, every expert, everyone said that Hardik Pandya should have bowled that over. And that really puzzles me why he would not back himself. The bowler who defended against David Miller in the T20 World Cup should have backed himself. So that's one thing. Hardik Pandya is unpredictable. I mean, what he thinks, we can never know. So that's a good thing about him. It's you know,
Akshar picks himself, Hardik picks himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Akshar is, I think, the most important player. Again, we saw how Delhi fell apart just when one game he was not there, and they absolutely collapsed. So yeah, Akshar is very very important. He has done brilliantly. He's the one who plays with all out intent. So yeah, and then you have the bowlers. Obviously, I think all of them picked themselves. Varun Chakravarti again, very condition dependent. I still feel that he had an absolutely he was unplayable in the last 6 months, and I don't know what happened in the IPL because Rahane depended a lot on him. He played every game. He bowled 4 overs every game, but he was absolutely. I mean, either he has been figured out or something, but again. I didn't understand. So a lot of these names
I think
actually
we'll
did
have
not
to
have a good
see
IPL.
how much he has been figured out. We'll have to see. I mean, I
Hmm.
still feel like foreign
Hmm.
batters will face a lot of trouble facing him in international cricket. And
Hmm.
also, the only competition to Varun is Kuldeep right now. I think Kuldeep has had a
Yeah.
decent season,
Yeah.
but
Kuldeep has
because
had a
he's
decent.
played for Delhi,
Hmm.
but because he's played for Delhi, I think he will go unnoticed a little bit because Delhi
Hmm.
have struggled again. So
Hmm.
I would say Varun picks himself, Bumrah, Arshdeep,
Hmm.
and Prasidh. There are no questions. I mean, they're
Yeah.
all there.
Prasidh has been coming long time. I think even for Rajasthan Royals, he had two brilliant seasons. Actually, he should have been picked much earlier, but it was due to his injuries. I think he didn't get a chance to play. He's a brilliant T20 bowler. He's again very clever in terms of mixing his length in T20 cricket, bowling that uncomfortable length even in T20 cricket. So I think
So
he
let's
should be
go to the
picked.
backups where the debate is. I think the first
Hmm.
11 is probably not so debatable.
Hmm.
It's the
Hmm.
backups, like you rightly said. Washi is a tough
Hmm.
pick because he's
Yeah.
not had a lot of games. But again, I think we'll
Hmm.
go with consistency in selection.
Hmm.
One thing that is good about this Indian dressing room, which
Hmm.
you somehow wanted a lot of changes in Champions Trophy. I remember you wanted everybody to fucking go out and almost like a new
No,
team to
I
come
just
in.
wanted three changes actually. Yeah, but
Nah, nah, that's a lot of changes. That's a lot of changes from the team that played the World Cup final. Okay,
Hmm.
so but we went with
Hmm.
the similar squad and we won.
Hmm.
So I mean,
Hmm.
it is the same thing here. I
Yeah,
think
no,
Washi
Karthik,
will play.
contrary to what I thought about our ODI team before Champions Trophy, yeah, I mean, I'm not discrediting Champions Trophy at all. It was a brilliant performance. But I have completely opposite thoughts about our T20 team because I absolutely adore them. I love their approach, how they're playing, how they're going on now. So, yes, consistency of selection is one thing I will support you on this and totally I feel they deserve. They all of them actually deserve that. Even
Washi
with
was
bad
not even
IPL
given proper
seasons.
chances. Yeah, Washi was not even given proper chances. I mean, उसका रोल
Hmm.
क्या है? Like I don't even see GT में वो किधर GT में है? किसमें
हाँ
है?
GT
GT
में
में है
नहीं
ना?
नहीं he played one knock. He played brilliantly. He was given a chance at number 4, and he came and he absolutely blitzed the other team. I'm not recalling who was the other team, but then GT.
प्रॉब्लम ये कोई रोल डेफिनेशन नहीं है प्रॉपर
Hmm.
वो
Hmm.
मतलब आई फील लाइक ही इज अ टॉप सिक्स बैटर इफ ही वांट्स टू बी इन टेस्ट क्रिकेट यार मैं उसको
Hmm.
नंबर
Yeah.
सिक्स में देखना चाहता हूँ टेस्ट क्रिकेट में द प्रॉब्लम इज वी आर
And three
नॉट
years
गिविंग
ago,
दैट
I was
सॉर्ट ऑफ
asking him to
अपॉर्चुनिटी
open the batting in Test cricket. I wanted him to be an opener, but
नहीं
yeah, that.
ओपनर कुछ ज्यादा ही हो जाएगा मुझे लगता है आई वांट टू
Hmm.
यूज हिम एज अ बॉलर आल्सो
Hmm.
बट my point is yeah I mean I pick these guys I my wild card is Jitesh Sharma see Shreyas
Yeah.
Iyer Jitesh Sharma I
Yeah.
think Shreyas Iyer there is no debate given his performance, he walks
Hmm.
in into that 11. There is, I mean, Rinku Singh is getting dropped for Shreyas Iyer. Shivam
Yeah.
Dubey is getting dropped for Shreyas Iyer. It is very clear.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Shreyas Iyer is the big change that is
Hmm.
causing all these players that I have not picked. Rinku Singh and Shivam Dubey
Rinku,
from the last World
obviously,
Cup.
I mean, he is absolutely gone off the boil. But again, for Shivam Dubey, I think he was one of the guys who came mid series in that England series, and he also played a very good knock. I
No,
think
no.
that
The only
management
reason
will
I'm not
remember that
even.
a lot. Those kind of knocks, I think they will remember a lot. So I think I have a feeling that Shivam Dube will be picked even if you don't want him to be picked. And for CSK also, he's been like very. I know he's having some deficiencies, technical deficiency. But for CSK also, he had a decent season. In fact, out of all these people, like we can say, Iyer had a superlative season. So Dube had a decent season, and the others like Abhishek also had a decent season, but none of them had an outstanding season actually. Akshar, you can say
So I
yes.
would not go by that. I think, see, I'm
Hmm.
not talking about Shivam
Hmm.
Dube's performance. I love the guy. He won us the
Hmm.
T20 World Cup. That final innings was of great impact. So I have
Hmm.
no qualms about his performance. I'm
Hmm.
just saying, cannot ignore Shreyas Iyer. I cannot
Yeah.
ignore Sharma. There is no way I can get him into that top seven.
Yeah.
There is literally no way. Unless
Hmm.
he proved himself to be a great bowler and replaces Hardik and like smashes better than
But
Hardik.
I want to ask why are you picking Harshit Rana? Because is it we already have Bumrah we have a Hardik is going to play as
Three
a third
spinners,
pacer.
we need a backup spinner, right? We have backup spinner in Washington Sundar. See,
Hmm.
my four backups are very simple. One
Hmm.
opening batter
Hmm.
or wicket keeper, one middle order batter or wicket keeper, obviously. Uh,
Hmm.
one of them has to be a
So you
wicket
are seeing
keeper.
Iyer in the 11. So you are seeing Iyer in the 11,
Of
right?
course, there is absolutely no
So
question.
Sky, Iyer, Sky, Tilak, Hardik, Akshar. So if you have Arsh, so you are batting at 7, ending at 7. After that, you have Arshdeep, Bumrah,
Biggest
Varun
problem, I
Prasid.
don't know how to solve it.
That
I
is
don't know how to
the.
solve it.
I think that is going to be. I think you are playing one pacer extra. I think we had this discussion earlier also because.
No, there is
Pras,
one option. I mean, if we can
hmm,
play 3 and 3 because of Hardik, it is possible.
yeah, because of Hardik,
Again, because Hardik being there, we can
yeah, yeah.
drop Prasid and play Washi.
Yeah, I think that
We can
that
do
is
that.
going to happen. Yeah, that is going to happen. I think that
No,
if
I
Har-
I have picked this side based on different conditions. That's why Washi has
hmm,
been picked. Where we
hmm,
can play three spinners, थोड़ा सा dry है,
hmm.
थोड़ा सा grip
But
मिल रहा है.
Karthik, I want to ask you a question. Like, obviously, these are very established names. But what do you make of what were your if you're I know you don't follow IPL much, but we've had
Hmm.
some outstanding people coming. Like one of the best things that I saw Punjab Kings. Everyone wrote their
Prab
batting
Simran
order
and
off.
Shashank Singh, yes.
Prabsimran was fabulous. Priyan Sharia was also good in some key matches. And we have seen Digvesh Rathi actually uh, looking like the only sole hope of that Lucknow bowling. Actually, Avesh Khan has also done decently whenever he's been required to, bowl at the death. What do
So
you
here
make of?
is my thing.
Hmm, hmm,
If Varun loses his mojo, which is
hmm,
possible with a mystery bowler, anything can happen.
hmm,
Then Digvesh Rathi is right there. He's ready.
hmm,
I actually mulled Digvesh Rathi in place of Washi. Again,
hmm,
like the only reason I'm picking Washi ahead of all these guys is
hmm,
batting at number 8, which no other
hmm,
player gives us. So it's a unique combination.
hmm,
Therefore, I'm picking Washi. But otherwise, Kuldeep, Digvesh Rathi are in line to replace Varun if he
hmm,
doesn't perform, which is why I love this side. There is no
hmm.
dependency.
Any
I
other
knew
player
one
you
thing,
think will be a wild card? Like can be a wild card? Like can like anyone like Aniket Verma or can be someone can be
too
a
early,
wild.
man.
Hmm.
See, too early. The only other wild card I can see here, obviously
Hmm.
Shivam Dube, we already spoke about because he won the
Yeah.
World Cup with us. He might still
Hmm.
be considered ahead of maybe one of
Hmm.
these guys. Maybe, but
Hmm.
again, if I look at that 11 and I look at that backup में आपको backup keeper तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. So you
Hmm.
can't drop whoever, either Ishan
Hmm.
Kishan या
Jitesh.
Prabsimran या Jitesh तो खेलेंगे. That is
Hmm.
for sure. They will be there, right?
Hmm.
आप बैकअप ओपनर या बैकअप बैट्समैन अदर देन कीपर हैज टू बी जायसवाल देयर इज नो क्वेश्चन.
Yeah.
हाँ, आप उसको
Hmm.
ज्यादा दूर नहीं रख. अभी बेचारा क्या है, ही वाज थिंकिंग ही
Hmm.
विल रिप्लेस रोहित शर्मा एज द ओपनर आफ्टर द लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप. बट
Hmm.
विद ड्यू रेस्पेक्ट फॉर T20, अभिषेक हैज गॉन
Hmm.
अहेड ऑफ हिम, विच इज
Hmm.
राइट. तो अभी भी वो बैकअप ही रह रहा है. बट कम से
Hmm.
कम बैकअप तो रहेगा, ऐसा नहीं है कि उसको ये करेंगे.
Hmm.
देखो, आई सी दिस हैपनिंग. I see two
Yeah.
things possible within this squad. I don't think anybody can be replaced. Harshit Rana is a weak link.
Hmm.
हर्षित राणा की जगह कोई आ सकता है, इट्स पॉसिबल। अगर
Hmm.
हम लोग ये डिसाइड करें कि भाई मेरे पास जो चार सीमर है इंक्लूडिंग हार्दिक,
Hmm.
राइट, वो मेरे लिए बस है। बिकॉज यू रिमेंबर गौतम गंभीर टुक दिस वाइल्ड कॉल कि भाई
Hmm.
मैं जायसवाल को ड्रॉप कर दूंगा
Hmm.
एंड मैं वरुण चक्रवर्ती को ला लूंगा लास्ट मिनट में,
One,
राइट।
yeah, yeah, yeah. हाँ.
बिकॉज दिस इज बीइंग प्लेड इन इंडिया। ये हो
Hmm.
सकता है कि हर्षित राणा को ड्रॉप कर दे। नो, इट्स वेरी
Hmm.
पॉसिबल। मैंने एक
Hmm.
ट्रेडिशनल स्क्वाड पिक किया है। दिस गाय
Hmm.
कैन से आई विल ड्रॉप हर्षित राणा एंड आई विल पिक शिवम दुबे एज द वाइल्ड कार्ड, या
Hmm.
शशांक सिंह एज द वाइल्ड कार्ड। एक मैं एक्स्ट्रा ऑप्शन रख लेता हूँ, राइट। सो
Right.
ये हो सकता है। तो बट इन द
Hmm.
टीम, यू नो व्हाट कैन हैपन, लाइक यू
Hmm.
सेड, संजू सैमसन विल बी द फर्स्ट स्टार्टर
Hmm.
before the World Cup. If he continues his good form and he keeps his place, then he will play the World Cup as the opener and keeper.
Hmm.
But for whatever reason, we know that he has had some ups and downs in his career. If
Hmm.
he does not perform, फिर ये हो सकता है कि जायसवाल ओपन करे with
Hmm.
Abhishek Sharma, and you could have Jitesh Sharma coming in as finisher and keeper
Yeah.
somewhere down the order,
No, if
right?
Jaiswal also
So
plays, there is no debate that he absolutely deserves to. In fact, he is such a, I think he's a very good thinker. Actually, I saw Jaiswal because I support Rajasthan Royals. So I saw his phases. So there was an issue with him. He was struggling in the middle overs against spin, and he was not able to navigate strike rotation, and he was not able to navigate that phase. But he actually managed to even do that because he's a fantastic power play batter. No, make no doubts about it. Even better than, I would rate him even better than Abhishek Sharma. But obviously, Abhishek Sharma scores those big runs. Jaiswal goes for the kitchen and kitchen sink from ball one. But yeah, I would
no, no,
actually.
Abhishek Sharma's power hitting prowess is a little bit ahead of Jaiswal. I feel like
Hmm,
Jaiswal is a more complete player,
hmm,
but in T20, I think somehow Abhishek Sharma
hmm,
is undroppable at this point.
yeah. Are you seeing anyone like
Also, I will
Nehal
throw one
Vadera
spanner
or
in the works for you.
actually, there is
I will
one player
throw.
I want to mention, Karthik. I would love if
Huh.
he's picked up as a finisher because I have been noticing now a lot of people, if he's picked, will say that this is Mumbai lobby and Mumbai bias. But there is one player I would really like to see. It's Naman Dheer. So he's actually he's hand-eye coordination. I actually love it. Like how he times the ball, like how you saw Jitesh today timing the ball. He does it similarly, and he has actually done it in some of the tougher surfaces.
No, I have seen him. I have seen him. He's a very good prospect. I have seen him. He's exciting prospect.
Hmm.
The only challenge is it is too early in the piece for these guys to suddenly make a claim.
Yeah.
I feel like people with body of work will be picked ahead of people who are fairly new. Unless,
Hmm.
of course, there is a gap in the team. So,
Hmm.
I mean, there is no gap in the team, so I don't see that happening. But I'll throw one spanner in the works for you. Nice googly.
Hmm.
Abhishek Sharma can bowl, okay, if
Yeah.
needed as a sixth bowler. So, do we
Yeah.
need a sixth bowler? Do we say we don't go for six bowlers? We
Hmm.
fill our team with another batter.
Yeah.
Say maybe drop Hardik Pandya. Let me
Hmm.
give a wild throw.
Hmm.
We drop Hardik Pandya. We
Hmm.
say or Akshar Patel, one of them, depending on whether you need a
Hmm.
seamer or a spinner, right?
Hmm.
On the pitch. And then you decide that you will go for these crazy finishers like Shashank Singh or
Hmm.
Shivam Dubey, you
Hmm.
know, another attacking finisher.
Hmm.
It's possible. Knowing Gautam Gambhir, what he did in the Champions Trophy, dropping
Hmm.
Jaiswal for Varun Chakravarti,
Hmm.
we could say Harshit Rana goes out and we play pick Dubey in the squad, and suddenly we could see either Akshar or Hardik dropped, and say Abhishek Sharma will bowl 1 or 2 overs if needed, and we will
Yeah.
have like a packed batting lineup, like only power hitters from from first to last.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Actually, Sharma actually won a qualifier also last year in Chennai. So if we have some matches in Chennai, that can definitely happen. But the only thing is he has not bowled much. Like he bowls. Even though SRH didn't have a spinner, they didn't have a spinner till Harsh Dubey actually came in. They didn't. They were bowling Zishan Ansari. They played Zishan Ansari. They Zampa actually was injured, but still they didn't bowl Abhishek Sharma. So yeah, that's
No,
where.
that's why I'm
And
that's why I'm
Riyan
throwing
Parag,
the
don't forget
googly.
Karthik. Riyan Parag is can be an option
Oh
also.
yes, I like Riyan Parag. I like him because he is a very good bowler.